Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah! Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
Look, I think from a youth leadership type of things and situation is that you've got young leaders, well, who've got no role models. You know, if you look from, I'm from the hood. If you look in the hood, there's no role models. There's no people actually saying, as a young person, who do I look up to? You know, what do I see? What's around me? And if you don't have someone to look up to, it becomes very difficult for you to become a leader. So I think with BDO actually coming into the fold with YMF, we realized that there was a gap, and there's definitely a gap in youth leadership where, who am I looking up to? You know, I want to be a CEO of a company, but there's a lack of black CEOs who are female. So who's giving me that encouragement? Who do I, you know, when you're a small little child, you'd put up a Beyonce on your wall, you put up whoever you want to put up on your wall, and that's you saying, I want to become this person one day. In South Africa, who do you want to become? Unfortunately, there's a gap.
Youth Managers Foundation was founded in 2009 by professionals as a result of the increasing gap in inequalities, socio-economic disparities, as well as the unemployment which mostly affects rural and township areas. Okay, and basically we focus on leadership development, career guidance and mentorship. So currently we are across 4 provinces. We have 37 schools in total. So that's in Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, as well as Free State. We are planning to expand to other provinces, but obviously it's dependent on some of the sponsorships we received. So currently we are sponsored by Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation, BDO. We've had ad hoc sponsors like your APSAs and so on. But yeah, we've grown since then. Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation has actually sponsored us for the last 5 years. So it was as a result of the first actual summit that was hosted in 2013. So that's how they got involved. The chairman of the foundation is actually Mabuto, who actually formed a relationship at that time and reached out to Shanduka Group at that time, and that's how Youth Managers got involved with Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation.
I think from a leadership perspective, I think that's the fundamental shift with millennials. Back in the day, it was all about go to school. If you go to school, you get a good job, work for the longest of time, and then you'll retire well. This dynamic shift. Right now, it's, you know, get your degree. What are you good at? If you don't like something, you move. It's millennials. They do that. But at the same time, we need to be very careful, because what skills are we getting? If I'm in a job for 6 months and I was slacking for 6 months, what did I learn in that 6 months? Nothing. So if you're in a job for 6 months and you're a millennial and you're pulling information, you're learning, you're getting to a point where you've actually reached your cap in terms of skill. You move on to the next job to get more skill, and you get, the thing is with us, we're very impatient, and it's a very interesting phenomenon that we're impatient but you don't want to learn. So it doesn't work hand in hand. You know, you want to be an entrepreneur, but unfortunately entrepreneurship is not the glitz and the glam. It's the long hours. So you will be spending more hours than the 8-hour day at work being an entrepreneur. You will not sleep. You will not have the financial security. So a lot of those things are not highlighted, and I feel that you've got leaders in the entrepreneurship game, if you want to call it the best in the game, that will share these stories, but people don't focus on that hard work. They focus on the other side, say, oh, but you can go to Milan anytime and you can live in a fancy house in Dainfern, but they don't see the amount of work that went into it.
Basically, what Youth Managers Foundation does, we basically go to the school. The school identifies 50 to 75 learners, which are a combination of positive and negative influences. So they just identify their leadership skills, then they identify what are some of those social ills affecting the schools as well as the communities, and then they come up with solutions to address some of those issues, which obviously help them in terms of their leadership skills. We also focus on career guidance, like I was saying. So we have a career and mentorship day where we invite over 1,000 learners to the school, over 200 professionals, because we believe there's no one better than professionals who've gone through the same path. And if you're an accountant, if you're an accountant and then you're speaking to a learner who wants to be an accountant, there's no better way to deal with a role model or have someone with a similar background come back and actually share their stories, some of the difficulties and so on.
For more stories like these, go to www.social-tv.co.za, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on our social mediums.